Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the energy vibration today. Happy Tuesday to you. And I also want to say happy Scorpio season. The sun is now transitioned over to Scorpio. The moon is also in Scorpio today. Not to mention we're in a new moon solar eclipse energy today. Okay, so now keeping in mind my disclaimer, right? Energy is fluid. These messages are not for everyone. With that being said, they're timeless messages. You want to take what you need, leave what you don't, shelf what you don't understand, and circle on back in case you need to gain clarification, motivation, inspiration, or even confirmation, right? Access is granted to you based on your belief and inner knowing. So keep in mind that you are your own guru at any given time and point. You have the power to change your experience as you so see fit, okay? Now, let's take a look and see what the message is for today's energy vibration, with the sun being in Scorpio, the moon being in Scorpio, and also not to mention solar eclipse energy, okay? Not to mention also solar eclipse energy, and these are the messages we have. You have fate, you have disruption, and then you have peace. Woo-wee! Can I just say secrets are going to be coming out in Scorpio season. If you think that you held something from someone and you didn't want them to know, well, hunty, just know that secrets will be coming out in this season. There is major transformation happening for people in this season, but it feels more deep-rooted. It doesn't feel surface at all right? That Scorpion energy can bring in great transformation, or it can bring in great vindictiveness, just depending on what end of the spectrum they're on, right? So you do want to be mindful of that. That energy can also be very loyal within that Scorpion energy, but at the same time, if it's not matured, and if that Scorpion, the energy from that Scorpio brings in with its 8th house energy, right? Pluto brings in a transformation. Mars can bring in the aggression and the vindictiveness and the pettiness. So you do want to be mindful of that as you're moving throughout this energy for this month. But you're not going to be able to hide secrets this month, especially with all of these eclipses that we have going on. You're not going to be able to hide things. We got the arrow of passivity coming up in the date. Passive aggressive energy can be showing up today in people's interaction, as well as poor memory can be showing up today in people's interactions, okay? So you do have faith popping up today with disruption and peace. And that's kind of what I've been feeling for a little while now. People are really focused on their stability, what works, what doesn't work, what causes friction, gotta go, what causes no harmony or lack of harmony has to go also, all right? So it's asking you to have faith today, not just in short-term things is what I'm hearing, okay? I'm hearing that you also want to push forth with faith in your long-term planning and your long-term goals. Some things may have to be rearranged. You may have to have things exiting for things to come in again. So you do want to be mindful of that, right? So have faith. And I kind of feel like even in your relationships, your loving relationships, where you may feel like you have hesitation, or you had circled back within the last retrograde energy that we just left, right? You want to know that you're evolving to a new phase of your life, right? That inner child has to be healed, which means all of those insecurities, maybe even waiting for those, what's that word I'm looking for? Validations outside of yourself, right? Maybe whatever insecurities you may have about love or have about relationships, dealing with those things, whatever heaviness that you're holding on to, whatever resentment that you're holding on to, that may be causing a disruption in your energy field at this time. It is time to let those things go, all right? Whatever shocking news or disruption through toxic projections you have coming through, right? Whether it's a toxic projection through a conversation, or a toxic projection through an action, right? Or somebody's perception, or maybe even your perception. You need to know that that could be all linked to sabotage, self-sabotage, right? But for some people, really what they're doing is rebuilding and transforming, right? Whatever this toxic shit was that we had to get out of last month. A lot of people are just in the place where they really just want to fortify their peace of mind. They don't want to deal with anything negative. They don't want to deal with people that are lower vibrational, right? Understanding that everybody needs to be where they are. You just don't want to entertain that in your season. I kind of feel like be mindful, because family members could be the ones challenging you in this season, especially if you're pulling back from people, from non-family members. You can find that if there's growth needed, it's going to come through your loved ones. All right, you are going to have to seek for your wholeness in this season, because people will try to disrupt your peace. All right, and in this process also, what you could find is that you set forth to manifest something, but it don't look like it's manifested in the way that you want it to manifest. So you could, you could start maybe self-sabotaging or doubting that things are not going to pan out the way that you want them to. What you need to do is remember your oneness in this energy. Remember your oneness with source. Remember your oneness with the connector. Whether you call it Allah, Buddha, it doesn't matter. Just remember your oneness. Go back to your spiritual foundation, right? To balance out your yin and your yang energy. And I'm telling you, it's going to be important that you're balancing out your masculine, aka your logic, and your feminine, aka your emotions in this season, because this is what's going to get you through this energy. All right. And having faith, and I'm talking about FATE type faith, right? Where you have a set course of action and a destination in which you're going through. And it don't really matter what route you take to get there, but you know that that is your destination, right? So know that you may find out things within the Scorpio season that you did not know. And some of you may have had an inclination, or you may have suspected, but you didn't know. All right. So some things you didn't know may be unfolding within this energy today. OK. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be anything bad. It could just be like, oh, I didn't know that. Now that makes sense as to why you were behaving, or why you did, okay, or why I didn't see XYZ, right? So you need to be mindful of that. Not everybody's operating in the same place that you are as far as doing the shadow work, okay? So you need to know that, all right? So this is all about when you're walking through this energy of faith, and when you're not allowing, and this is what I'm showing also. So you're going to be finding out things in this season, but there's some things that you may not be able to tell everybody, that you're some type of creation, a project, a pregnancy. There's something in the beginning stages that you may not be able to share with everyone at this time, and that's okay. I feel like that is okay. That's okay, right? But get that spark, write those ideas down, and people are really going to be thinking about what they desire. But if you're not doing the shadow work, some of those desires could be very clouded in surface things. This is not the season to really think about surface things. I've been saying for a while now, if you have not had any type of spiritual foundation or spiritual grounding, you need to do so, because we're now in the change of the tides, which means the energy has shifted. Right? And if you're not fortified spiritually, a lot of what's going to be happening in the physical world is going to scare the shit out of you. So you need to make sure that you're grounded, not just physically, but also spiritually. Okay. Now, see, this disruption could come in because a lot of people could still be living in regret. There's nothing for you to fear. Okay, you made a mistake. What you need to do is learn from that mistake and apply it as you're moving throughout this energy today. And I really want to say this, I'm doing this energy today, but really I feel like this is the overall message for Scorpio season. All right? Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. I have to write that down. Don't be distracted. This is the time for your dreams and your desires to unfold, but you can't be distracted by stuff you have no control over. Okay? Getting to know the new you. Who are you really? Right? Getting to know the new you, because I feel like a lot of people are in this phase. A lot of people are in this phase. Follow your own good advice. See, This goes back to trusting you, right? Trusting you, believing in you, honoring and acknowledging you, your peace of mind, your safety, your sanity, your inspiration. Especially if you're the strong one in the group, right? Especially if you're the strong one in the group. This energy is definitely about moving forward, all right? And I feel moving forward progressively and releasing, and even what I'm hearing is like the phoenix has risen. Because by now you've been through some shit and you're at the point now where, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm hearing it. You've died to some shit too. Like some of this shit in your life, you just died to that stuff that you just died. That is not any longer going to be an obstacle in your way because you have buried it, you have put the dirt on it, and you have said your RIPs and you have moved on. This is some people have just moved on. No more disruptions. No more snatching my peace. I'm going to walk by faith and not by sight. Some people have truly stepped into a gateway of a new understanding about who they are. Utilizing all of their tools, whether it's spiritually, whether it's physically, whether it's mentally, whether it's emotionally, utilizing all of their tools, right? Focusing on what they can do rather than what they can't do is also something that's going to be happening within the Scorpio season, right? And having the courage to move forward, even though life may throw some things at you, is going to be important as you're moving throughout this energy also. It's healing energy in the atmosphere. It's an energy for you to really step into the new you, right? It's an energy where you can, I want to say, really begin to operate in your self-alchemy, right? But don't be distracted. That's the message today. You walking by faith, FATE, not by sight, right? Whatever disruptions come in, you're going to learn from the past lessons, apply them this time around so you can continue to walk in your peace and collect your wholeness. Get all your pieces and collect your wholeness. I'm saying connect, but it's collect your wholeness and connect your wholeness too. Why not? Right? All right, y'all. Don't be distracted today. Sun in Scorpio, right? New moon in Scorpio, also solar eclipse going on. You know, eclipse energy can unfold not just, for the day, but that energy can unfold for up to 6 months. So you do want to take that into consideration. Whatever major changes or decisions that you have going on within this eclipse energy, it can take about 6 months for it to fully unfold and develop. So just be mindful of that, okay? All right, my loves. Happy eclipse day to y'all. Happy Scorpio season, my wonderful Scorpios. Okay, my birthday's coming up in Scorpio season also. All right, don't be distracted today. Do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Sorry about Monday's video. I'm starting to learn my new schedule. When I have Little Man of the weekends, which is every other weekend, he for y'all, and sometimes I am kaput. All right, so we may not be doing Monday's video every other Monday, just because of scheduling and timing, and I'll be tired, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. And I go in to get my allergy shots on Mondays. That's a whole nother story, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. But anyway, sorry I missed you guys yesterday, but I want you guys to really, really use this energy in the eclipse energy and in Scorpio to transform your life. I'm telling you, I love the archetype of Scorpio, not just because I'm a Scorpio, but I love the archetype of Scorpios because we like to get to the bottom of things. There's always something deeper that we can uncover why people do the things that they do. But the flip side to that Scorpion energy is it can be very vengeful, right? We can put that stinger up and sting you, okay? All right, my loves, I'm going to see y'all in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and don't be distracted today, y'all. Bye, my loves.